gon' respect it, cause this is West Texas.
Well, I'll tell you what, not a bad way to wrap up the final game at Broncos Stadium for the 2019 season as the senior Wilson Johnson went off for 3 scores on the night as the Sonora Broncos clinch a playoff spot thanks to a dominating 58-21 performance over Johnson City on senior night. Well, hello and welcome to the Cover One Studios. I'm Manny Diaz. Some good stuff from the Broncos in Week 10. Coming up, we'll show you what made this win one to remember for Bronco Nation, along with that post-game reaction from the old ball coach Kevin Sherrill and the Bronco of the night, Wilson Johnson. Plus, my thoughts on what truly makes this program a contender year in and year out. You want to stay tuned for that. But first things first, how about those Chipco highlights? Let's get to the action. It was senior night for the Broncos hosting Johnson City with a spot in the Class 3A playoffs on the line. Opening possession for Sonora, more like first play from scrimmage. They give it to the senior back, Wilson Johnson, and watch this kid get out of the blocks and chunk up the deuces for the 82-yard touchdown. He's still going, and ERA Newland and company play of the game nominee 7-0 Bronco Nation. Next Johnson City possession. This one, well, kind of short-lived as the Sonora QB1 Preston Gonzalez playing center field. And look at this kid fly down the sideline for the 53-yard pick six, making it 15-0 Sonora. Later, Johnson City with the rock, and let's just say the woes continue for the Eagles offense. And guess who's there making his presence felt? How about Wilson Johnson for 500, Alex? Taking it back for the 57-yard pick six, and it's 22-0 Broncos just like that. But if you thought we were done with the Wilson Johnson highlight reel, think again. About a minute to go in the first quarter, they give it to 2-5, and as old David Dixon of Fort Stockton, Texas would say, "Let's ride, Clyde." Housing it for the 51-yard touchdown, his third of the night. Sonora would lead 29-0 at the end of one. Second quarter now, the kids from Sutton County on the move. Holla at your boy, Gavin Boggs, the sophomore, almost getting loose for the score. Very next play, how about this kid, Oscar Gutierrez, who finishes off the drive. Sonora, all about ball control, keeping the rock for almost 31 minutes. Later in the frame, the touchdown parade is still a-going. Handoff to Gutierrez, who knows what to do with it, making it 44-0, his second score of the night. That was pretty much all she wrote. Let's check that Texas Bank scoreboard as the Sonora Broncos put it on Johnson City 58-21. Sonora good for 560 yards of total offense. Wilson Johnson responsible for 258 yards himself as the Broncos not only notch a much-needed win, but clinch a playoff spot along the way. Coming up after the break, head coach Kevin Sherrill and the Bronco of the night, Wilson Johnson, sound off.
Feel real good. I think the kids just come out from first whistle and just play their butts off. Believe that they can win. You know, Johnson City's played some good games in district. We knew that we couldn't take them for granted. Our kids didn't. Very proud of them.
Well, you know, it was our senior night, so going into the game, we were going to give it everything we had from the start. And Coach Sherrill always talks about, you know, the first 4 minutes of a game is the most important. So first four minutes of the first half, you got to go out hard. In the first 4 minutes of the second half, you got to go out hard. So that's kind of the strategy there.
I've told them all along, it's not how you start the season, it's how you finish. And the biggest deal is we're playing pretty good football right now. We left a lot of plays on the field at Comfort. You know, they could have changed the course of that game, not taking anything away from Comfort. They played a heck of a game. But it's about how you're playing right now. And I feel good about what we're doing. I feel good about the physicality of our game, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Next week, we're going to work hard. We're going to keep grinding, you know, because if we go out and win next week, we could be second or third place, and that'd be a much better seat for playoffs. So we're going to have a good week of practice next week and hopefully come out with a win.
Well, it's time for a Newland ERA and Company play of the game, and anytime you can get one started with an 82-yard touchdown like senior running back Wilson Johnson did, good things are sure to follow. Johnson turned in one heck of a night, good for 258 yards rushing on 19 carries and 2 rushing touchdowns. Mind you, he also had a pick 6 on defense. But I tell you what, this 82-yard run is the one that stood out for this week's Newland ERA and Company play of the game. Since 2014, Sonora's Bronco Nation has seen 4 head coaches come into the fold, 2 with run-first philosophies, while the other 2 didn't mind airing it out. The point to be made here is that sure, Kevin Sherrill, who's in year 1 as Sonora's old ball coach, is no doubt doing a fantastic job, but how about these players, this town, this community that's kept the ship going amidst this coaching carousel? Change is never an easy thing, and certainly when it comes to 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. Kudos to Kevin Sherrill and his staff, who runs a tight ship and gotten the Broncos back to the postseason. But how about this Sonora Bronco Nation, who's managed to adapt to so many coaches and so many philosophies over the years? This postseason run for Sonora marks the 11th straight playoff appearance. Talk about a community with some expectations. Coaches will always come and go, but the tradition is something that never leaves. Meanwhile, by the looks of things, Kevin Sherrill and his coaching staff is off to a great start in Sutton County, and it should be interesting to see how much better this program will be with a few more seasons under Kevin Sherrill. Gotta say, it's always a good thing when Sonora Bronco Nation is winning, especially when they're playoff bound. The Broncos are headed to the postseason for the 11th straight season. Not too shabby. Best of luck to the kids from Sutton County moving forward. Well, another big week this week to end the regular season as we stay on Highway 277 South, where we find the El Dorado Eagles and my hometown Cristobal Cougars battling for a district title. 2 up-and-coming head coaches with 2 very good football teams. No doubt looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. Folks, I'm going to try my hardest this week not to let my Cougar pride show. How about that? All right, before we say goodbye, we can't let you go without those Bug Express sounds of the game. Bronco Nation is always down for life under the Friday Night Lights. All right, for the San Angelo Live and Cover One crew, I'm Manny Diaz. God bless. We'll see you in Week 11.
Jacob and Josh O'Bannon, escorted by parents David and Tracy O'Bannon.
Great job.
Bronco